Hello everyone. This is Rishikesh and today we are talking about Twinmotion. I am a big fan of this rendering software and as soon as I got to know about the latest version 2022, I grabbed my hands on it. We can integrate various 3D applications with this software or we can upload our model using a common 3D file sharing format just like FBX. General note, this is just an information video made by me for my students and my friends sharing my experience and it is not a promotion video of any sort. So in this latest version they have introduced a new rendering engine called path tracing. Earlier we used to take render outputs using rastering technology. So recently they have got us a new technology called path tracing and results are quite overwhelming. So taking out some time, I rendered few scenes and images using rastering as well as path tracing rendering engines. The image and video outputs from both these rendering engines are quite different. In my perspective, both the outputs have their own pros and cons. For testing the output differences between both the rendering engines, I used sample projects provided in the software as well as one of the projects provided by my student. The sample project Lakehouse will be main part of our focus. To compare the results, I rendered 7 images and 10 video clips which would run in sequence in each rendering engine. It is pretty much noticeable from the videos playing on the screen that the scenes are very well detailed. Going into the media tab, you will gain access to the tools to create images, videos, etc. Here, after creating the images to render, you can go into the settings of those images or video clips, and there you can find an option for path tracing. If this option is off, you will render in rastering. If that option is set to on, you will gain access to the settings for path tracing and then they get desired output. In path tracing, the sample values set for the output, the image or video resolution, and various other settings like filters will play a major role to decide how much time it will take to get the result. The major difference that I found between both the output was the reflections and the refractions. It is said that path tracing gets us more accurate reflections and refractions, and it is quite noticeable from the output. I noticed that this neon light present in the scene, it is rendered into path tracing, but it is not at all visible when we get the raster output. Now we are having a look at the video which will be rendered into raster. So we also have a copy of it which will be rendered using path tracing. As in path tracing it takes some time to update the scene, we are noticing lot of noise. So let us go ahead and check the difference between actual output. So we are seeing side by side comparison. The left half of my screen is showing the output from raster rendering engine and the right half of the screen with path tracing. Right from the shadows, reflections, the bloom effect, the geometry detailing, the output is completely different in both the rendering engines. So I guess you all are too excited about path tracing. It is getting very realistic results. Shadows, reflections, transparencies, water reflections, geometries, everything at very high quality, and results are pretty convincing to realistic world. But of course there are few limitations to it, and we cannot just go and use path tracing for each and every type of project. So we will see all of them now. System requirements. The configuration recommended by the company or the software providers is very high. The configuration I am using in this test is pretty basic. That means it lies between low level and mid level configuration recommended by the company, especially the GPU. So for the video of 1 minute and 40 seconds, included 10 clips. The time required for rendering for rastering and path tracing is as follows. Yes, the rastering engine got me this video output in 7 minutes with the sampling value of 64 and video resolution of Full HD, that is 1080p. Path tracing took a whopping 29.5 hours of time to render the video clips. Because of this, I may consider using path tracing for images more than videos for now. Apart from this, there are few more limitations. One of them is that the moon and sun shape cannot be rendered directly into the images or videos. But yes, I have noticed that the reflections are clearly visible into the renders. So just like this, there are few more limitations, and they are also listed on their website release note. So we cannot render caustics, decals, we cannot render the rain, snowing, animation of the cars, characters, and flags, and few more issues to be addressed. So that's all guys for this video. I hope it was informative for you all, and you can share your views too in the comments below. So here's the final clip from path tracing. Enjoy it. See you next time. Bye bye.